Eye of the Seer, and I am back again with another reading here for you today. This is going to be a general reading for the zodiac sign Aquarius. Anywhere you happen to have aqua placements in your birth chart, sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or any other placements, just know this message is indeed intended for you. But do keep in mind, this is a general reading. This is also a timeless read. So whenever you do find this message, or this message finds you, know that it was meant to find you when it did, Aquarius. And if you do resonate, I truly do appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the message, subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already. And if you are new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back, all right? So, Aquarius, I'm hearing no sooner than when it is meant to be, no sooner than when it is aligned, no sooner than when it is ready to come together. Okay, okay, all right, we hear you, Spirit. Okay, so yeah, something here about divine's timing is at play, Aquarius, but I was hearing it's not too late. Love has arrived. Okay, so that's the energy, Aquarius. This feels like love is in the air. This feels like a love reading. So that's what this message is going to be about. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? So, Aquarius, no further ado, let's get into the energy and see what the message has to bring. Holy Spirit, clear and precise for Aquas. Something here about duality, something here about balance, yin and yang kind of energy, divine feminine, divine masculine. I'm getting white, black, right? I'm just getting that energy coming through. Somebody here could be seeing the angel number 555. Maybe fives could be very significant for this connection, for this reading. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How you doing, Jesse? Good morning. Good morning. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on. I might have to pause this reading. Give me 1 second, okay? Let's see. Okay, thank you. I don't have to pause it. All right. So again, 555 could be very significant, okay? It's not too late. Love has arrived. Let's get into the message. I did start the reading at the time of 11:01 a.m. You could also be seeing the angel number 111, 1111. Ones could be also very significant for this message as well, Aquarius. Let's get into your reading. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on for my beautiful aquas. What is it that you need them to see, hear, and know? Ooh, woo. We got pregnancy. It says baby bump coming soon. Hmm. Baby bump coming soon. You know, I'm hearing coming to a city near you. So there's a distance between you and this. Okay, let's not even make it about love because as far as connected to another person, because the love could be, I'm getting another message. The love could be what the universe is getting ready to bring you, right? That could be where the duality is also coming in at, where you're balancing your divine feminine with your divine masculine, and there's a coming together. So some of you, you're mastering something here, is the energy, Aquarius. You're mastering something. Some of you, yeah, coming to a city near you, you're getting ready to give birth to something here that you have been creating, that you have been working on, that you have been manifesting. I'm hearing the word co-create. So you have been co-creating with the universe. You have been co-creating with the spirit. Okay, Holy Spirit, that is. Okay, I'm hearing coming together. So something is getting ready to come together, Aquarius. And whatever this is going to bring a smile on your face. It's going to bring you a lot of excitement, a lot of happiness. But it's also going to be more of like a peace energy, something that brings you true peace, something that brings you calmness. Okay. I feel like, look, it's like she's almost getting ready to give birth. Okay. So you're at the final end. Okay. You're getting ready to push out something here, Aquarius, is the energy. Huh. And it's funny because when I first initially heard it's not too late, love has arrived, I initially paired that with a union with another person. And sometimes we're always looking outside of ourselves. So I think that that is metaphorically speaking where we are no longer looking outside of ourselves. We have to come to a greater understanding that it's within. It's something that we're creating within. That's very interesting, Aquarius. Something you're creating within, something you've been working on within. So you've been doing some healing, releasing, purging, something here about like soul recognition. You're coming into your true identity. You're going through some changes because if you are a woman, you will understand that when you give birth to a child, it changes you, especially those first few years, right? It's hard to kind of like get into the groove. Some of us, sometimes we go through the depression, we go through anxiety, we go through like losing hair. When we're on that table, we're pushing out another human being. So sometimes like that can even cause death. Okay, whether that is a physical death or a spiritual death, right? We change when it's all said and done. So you've been changing, Aquarius, is the energy. Okay, I'm hearing this energy is gaining momentum. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Yes, because it is due. Something is due. Something is due. Maybe you've been working on something for the last several months. Maybe. Oh, as I look up, 11:11 on the clock. Aquarius, make a wish. I'm shaking. Hmm. Sometimes when I tap into certain energies, I kind of experience certain symptoms. Um, I'm also getting an energy. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm not going to stay into that energy. But Aquarius, people have been attacking your name, your character. Um, they demise you in some sort of way. I'm hearing guilty conscience. I'm hearing the word forbidden. They're showing me an apple that has been bitten out of. So this is like forbidden fruit, fruit that is not good for you. People that only want to take from you or take something from you. Oh, as soon as I get into the reading, I got to put this on pause, guys. I got to put this on pause. Give me a second. Somebody is coming into my workplace, as you know. Give me a second. Let me put this on pause. I truly do apologize. Are we still here? Can we still hear me? I'm so, so sorry. Are we still here? I might have to start this reading over. Of course, I might have to start it over. Can we still hear me? Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we back on. I apologize. Let's get into the message again, Aquarius. Okay, I don't even remember where I left off at. Um, so let's just get some more energy out here and see what needs to be said. Aquarius, I was seeing the angel number 1111. So, again, this is aligned with a miracle. This is about you getting what you want, your dreams coming true. Something here about an untold story. So, this has something to do with like communication, maybe truth speaking, truth telling. Maybe you are doing something where you're utilizing your voice. You've Again, in the beginning of the reading, I started out thinking that it was about another union. You're always Sometimes you revert back to looking outside of yourself. So I'm hearing the word course correction. You could be correcting a course, something that is inside of you, like pattern recognition. So you're correcting something here. Like yeah, sometimes you have the tendency to look outside of self. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on for my aquas. What's the message? What's the energy? Holy Spirit. Yeah, we have spring and fall coming out. So something here about the seasons changing. Last year, fall in 2025 could have been very significant. So September, October, November, up until we're kind of going into spring season. So April, May could be a very significant month for you, Aquarius. You've been working on something. I was talking about you've been working on something for the last several months. Yeah. Yeah. You've been working on something. Huh. Okay. Okay. Show me what else. What's going on with my aquas? Holy Spirit, what's the energy? What's the message? Something is getting ready to, yeah. End of delays. This is when you're getting ready to give birth to whatever this is, Aquarius. It's literally coming to a city near you is what I'm hearing. Literally, you're getting ready to give birth to this between the months of April and May. Something here has been in the pressure cooker. Like you've been in the pressure cooker, Aquarius. Something here has been you've been working on something. You've been putting work into something here, Aquarius. What else for my aquas? Holy Spirit, what's the energy? What's the message? What's the energy? What's the message? Wow. Wow, we got opened gate. You're gaining access to something here, Aquarius. You're gaining access to something here. Open gate. The gates are getting ready to open. So you're getting a key to unlock the door. You're gaining access to something. This is like access granted. Yep, right timing aligned with life path. Didn't I tell you this is something in alignment? The divine timing has been it's something here time it's something here about divine timing, right? You've been waiting on something here and the timing is right now. You've activated a layer of you've activated something within you, and This also is built off of like trust. It's like the universe now know that they can trust you, and you can trust yourself when you walk through this door, because you've been making certain sacrifices, you have been making certain choices and decisions that are more empowering and more stabilizing for your future, not just for your present, but also for it's about longevity here. It's about longevity here. Something is being prepared. Peacocks could be significant. You know, when peacocks, they open up their feathers, they're so beautiful. So this is about you spreading your wings and truly showing how beautiful you are in your many different facets and not being afraid. This also could be you overcoming some sort of fear, you overcoming some sort of pattern and addiction, maybe something that you struggled with, you suffered from at one point in your life, maybe people pleasing, victim mentality, going back to people and places and things that cause damage in your life. It's something about what you're doing that is different. May 25th, March, I was trying to say March 25th could have been very significant. Not May 25th, but maybe May 25th could be a very significant date because I wasn't trying to say May 25th. Hmm. Maybe between the months of March, maybe between the dates of March 25th through May 25th could be very significant. Maybe Aries season, Taurus season, going into Gemini season could also be very significant. Somebody here could be born in the year 1983. Maybe somebody here is born on March 25th, 1983, or maybe May 25th, 1983 could be very significant as well. Huh. They said one more from this deck. All right. One more. One more. What's the message for my aquas? There we go. That's the message, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck is the union, proposal, living together, and marriage. We'll talk about this in a little while. Let's focus on the card that came out. Wow, Eric. Let me pronounce this correctly. Irreconcilable. Irreconcilable. Final breakup and divorce. Oh wow. Oh, okay. Okay. Union is at the bottom of the deck. Proposal, living together, and marriage. But what came out was irreconcilable. So something is not reconcilable anymore. There's differences here, and these differences can't be worked out. This gives me coming to a better judgment and a better understanding of why something is the way that it is, and not trying to fix the reason of why something is the way that it is, because the reason is not going to change. Only your mind is going, you, if that makes sense. The reason is what the reason is, and you can't change that. But you will try, if in your mind you have done previously in the past, try to change the outcome of something. You try to fix the error of something. You try to make something fit in a box that is not supposed to fit. It won't work. There's a splitting here. And with the splitting, these are birds, kind of the work of your ancestors, the work of your guardian angels, the work of your spirit team, the Lord. I mean, it's a group, a group effort, a conscious effort that is working on your behalf. You've broken, you've broken something. You've broken something. For some of you, this is you breaking. Yeah, look at that. Right behind that is lesson learned. Lesson in relationship learned. You've you understand the greater reason of something, Aquarius. It's like scientists. It's like you have the facts behind something. This is scientifically proven. But you had to be like the experiment, and you had to be the test, if that makes sense. Like you were the living experiment in this. Like this is your life. This is your, okay, maybe that's the untold story as well, but this is your life. You were the living experience in this. This was not easy. And there was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of pushback. Hello, hello, welcome in everybody. I truly apologize. I am so focused on the message. I don't want to get my mind going off into another way. So please forgive me, but welcome in everybody. Um, see, you're the walking testimony. Okay? You're the living truth of this testimony. And you gave a lot of pushback. You were resistant to whatever this was at one point. Not saying you're not now, whoever I'm talking to. You're not now. You are wrapping up something. Again, the pregnancy is here. You're still baking something. You're still cooking something. So you're still coming into this greater understanding of why, of the why. We will always be wanting to know the why. 11:29 a.m. That breaks down to 11:11. Look up the into the angel number. Let me look it up really quick. 11:29 angel number. That's 11:11. Again, um, you've wished for something. You prayed for something. You've been working towards something, Aquarius. 11:29 symbolizes new beginnings, spiritual growth, and the importance of maintaining a positive outlook on life. And that's what's changing within you. Again, you came from a victim mentality, people pleasing, suffering, just living in this turmoil, tormented energy, to changing something within you. Again, you had to go within and understand the duality inside of you, right? Lesson learned. Yeah, cleanse negative energy, fresh start. Yeah, that's what you're doing right now. Maybe you're decluttering, maybe you're getting rid of certain things that you've been holding on to. Maybe you're changing or sprucing up your home, you're doing some rearranging. Maybe you're bringing in more flowers, maybe you're bringing in more light into your home, maybe you're bringing in more colors, bringing more life into your life. You're not being this dull energy, right? This dull energy, this ashy gray energy, this darker energy. Again, I was talking about when women have childbirth, they go through depression and anxiety and postpartum and all these things, right? We lose our hair, we die on the table, right? In a spiritual way, and also sometimes a physical way, because we're giving birth to something here. Like the old you, Aquarius, had to die. It had to die. The old you had to die And also I feel like even when this time come, is there's going to be a made you're going to be met with something, because even when you give birth to whatever this is a beautiful thing that you're bringing into life, but it also can almost break you in the sense of when you're giving birth to this. It's emotional, it is sentimental, it is heartfelt, but there are also like tears. You know, just a quick little message as because I'm just I feel like I'm wanting to share this. I've shared this previously on one of my readings before when I was going through a breakup, and that breakup felt like a true death to me. I found it so hard to let go. Like, it felt like true love, and I wasn't ready to let go, but the other person, they let go before I let go, and I was still clinging on. And then, like, months later, I'm still grieving this. Months later, not weeks later, months later, I'm still grieving the loss of a relationship that I wasn't ready to let go of. And I had to keep asking, like, why wasn't I ready to let go? I felt like I had lost something. So that could have been something meaningful in my life, right? I'm feeling like I'm losing something. And then, okay, it's like well, my name is Marquise, so it's like Marquise. Sometimes I refer to myself instead of saying Aquarius, but Marquise, like, look in the mirror. What is it about you that needs to? What is this showing you? I had to kind of like revert it a little bit to say, what is this teaching me? What is this showing me? And I'm still coming into grips, but nonetheless, what it is showing me is that there was parts of me that was still obviously searching outside of myself, but there was something here that I felt like someone else could give me. I guess that is searching outside of yourself that I had to give to myself. And so then that gradually started to say, okay, you have to work on you, you have to pour into you, you have to do certain things for you, and you have to stop doing certain things that no longer works for you, like it's only causing you more damage, right? So I was waking up this morning, and like these thoughts came out. I was waking up this morning and these thoughts came to me about my past, and how I was actually at a place where it was catastrophic for me, but it was also life changing. And it was like I was thinking about the tower, and I was thinking about like all these people that was running out of my life, that was the tower. But I was like, I was thinking to myself, I was the tower. I know it may not 100% make sense, because if you know what, you got to know what the tower is in tarot, but I was the tower. Like, the tower shows like a building. Let me just try to find the tower so you can get what I'm trying to say, and then I'll continue with the message. But neither here nor there, this is important for someone. Someone needs to hear this. So I'm going to share it. Okay? I will share it because someone needs to hear it. So I was thinking this morning, literally as I was waking up, like I was the tower. It's like the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? It's like the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like I was the tower. I was the person who was causing all the damage. Or I'm trying to explain it in the best way. I was everything that led up to the tower. Everybody that I attracted in my life, whether it was romantic, platonic, whether it was relationships with my siblings, whether it was work, whatever it may have been. Okay, so this is the tower, right? This is how the tower looking. You see people are falling out of this building, right? Crowns falling out. It's lightning, it's raining, it's thundering, it's clouds, right? It's fire. The tower So, what the tower truly represents is things that were built on a faulty foundation. That's why we experience tower moments because they were built on a faulty foundation. Okay? So, it was never going to withstand the test of time to begin with because it was built on a faulty foundation. And so the tower has to happen. So this is the people that is leaving my life. These are the things that's happening. But my body was this is my body. I'm the actual tower. Does this make sense? Like this is me and the people coming out of me. I hope that I'm really trying to explain it in the best way that I can. Okay? I'm trying to explain it in the best way that I can. Um Again, going back to when you give birth. Like, I don't know, I'm just trying to explain it in the best way that I can, okay? You said, yes, it's okay. Aquarius, let's continue. Anywho, welcome in everybody as you join the live. Okay, so let's see why this message is here, Aquarius, Holy Spirit. Why is this message here from my Aquas? Some of you are in the chariot, right? You're in this vehicle, spiritually moving, physically moving, emotionally moving, mentally moving. You're moving. There's movement here, okay? And you're waiting for your arrival. Love has arrived. It's not too late. You're waiting for your arrival, Aquarius. That is so, I'm telling you, this is so crazy. You're waiting for your arrival. You're looking out the window. You can see it's like you're getting glimpses of it. You can see it. You can feel it. You can sense it. It's just like when we have I mean, birth contracts. When we have like our cervix, right, of a woman's body, we start to like have these contractions, right? Birth contracts. The fact that I said that, okay, I'm not gonna go off a deep end. We start to open up because we know it's ready to come. So we start to have these pulsation feelings that can be painful sometimes. So even with what I was just expressing about how I woke up this morning and it came to me, the thought came to me and I started to reflect. Those are kind of sort of speak like the birth contractions that I'm having within myself, metaphorically speaking, symbolically speaking. All right, Aquarius, let's get into the tarot. Holy Spirit, what's the message for my aquas that you need them to see, hear, and know? What is it that you need them to know about this message, Holy Spirit? What's the message? What's the energy? All right, let's get into it, Aquarius. What's the message, Holy Spirit? Death. They putting this in my hand. Death. I'm telling you, Aquarius. That's what's you're having a ego death. You're having a death. Scorpio energy. Maybe Scorpio season could have been a very significant time for you. So the months of October and November of 2025 could have been very significant for you. Death is here. Maybe you have Scorpio placement somewhere in your birth chart. That's like the tower, but death comes before the tower. So something had to come, something had to happen. Okay, show me more. Why is the death here for my aquas? There's rebirth, there's transformation, there's changes. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. This is your energy, Aquarius. This has to do with like fate, destiny, time, location, change. Yeah. We got two major arcanas. We got Scorpio energy coming through twice because Scorpio energy is a part of the wheel. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. So maybe Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, you can have one of those placements anywhere in your birth chart. But heavy Scorpio, heavy Aquarius coming through. This represents purity, innocence, reclaiming parts of yourself. Somebody here could be born in the year of the horse. Something here also about the Akashic Library, wisdom, learning, teaching, again, lesson learned. So, yeah, maybe you've been tested recently. Maybe you've been tested within the last several months. Okay? Maybe you've been tested within the last several months, and maybe you've rejected something because that's what I'm getting here. Like you've been tested and you rejected something here, maybe to see if you are ready for whatever this is. Yeah, Five of Swords. This is maybe reverting back to a certain energy, reverting back to a certain pattern, reverting back to a certain, maybe even like drama, negativity, right? Fights, arguing, like staying in conflict. Maybe you rejected that. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I ain't finna go back and forth with you kind of energy. Hmm. Yeah, she said me and my Scorpio had a disagreement and spirit's going to ghost on him. Now I know. Yep, waste of time. I put in a definition of a time waster on my community post. I definitely have been picking up that energy a lot lately. There's a lot of time wasters, and I'm seeing it more potently than ever. Um, so be very mindful, Aquarius. Okay. Yep. Moving on. You say, yep, purity. Let's see what's going on. He left because that bearded clam smell like a. Okay. What are we talking about? You say, yes, you did speak about it. Yeah, a time waster. That's what it is. A test. So you're learning a test. You're learning you've learned something here. You've been down this road before. This is not your first rodeo. So you know when it is familiar. You know when it's, yeah, because the Five of Swords. You've been down this road before. You already know what it feels like. You already know what it's like. So you rejected something. Show me more. Or you are rejecting something or someone. Show me more. You've been down this road before. You know what it feels like. 11:44 angel number on the clock, so you know what it feels like. You're not going back down that path no more. You're not going back down that road anymore. But that's not to say that the spirits won't test you. That's not to say that you won't be tested, because you are still being tested, Aquarius. Okay. But you have your Saturn is here. You're becoming more disciplined. You're getting your life in order. Yeah, you're becoming more disciplined, and you're becoming more guarded and protective of your energy. You saying goodbye. I'm telling you, you're walking away. You don't got time for it anymore. You don't have time for it. Whoever I'm talking to, you don't have time for it. You see the rain? That's the tower. Remember, I was talking about the tower? This is almost like symbolic of the tower. This is you, Aquarius, and the rain is here. This is you, the heart with the swords in it. And you see the rain, the clouds. That's that tower energy I was showing y'all. Remember? And I was saying, like, I was the tower. My body was the tower. I'm really hoping this makes sense to you. Oh, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Aquarius. And look what's right behind the Eight of Cups, the star, Aquarius energy. The star. You're knowing your worth, you're knowing your value. This is what you're becoming. This is what you're starting to truly embody. And you're walking away and you're stumping over anything that just ain't worth your time. That's what's going on. You're stepping away from anything that is just not worth your time. What's going on for my Aquas, Holy Spirit? Show me more. What's this death? What's this death? The Lovers in reverse. What I tell you, Aquarius, I'm telling you. I know what I'm seeing. Queen of Pentacles. You know you're becoming into really knowing your worth. And something here about you analyzing something here. Like you're taking your time more with certain things. You're not being irrational. Aquarius, you can be irrational and you can move too quick. You can move too fast, right? So you're analyzing certain things. Does this make sense now for me to do this? You're analyzing, does this make sense for me to do this? Does this person resonate with who I am becoming in my life now? You're just looking at certain things from a different angle now. Look at that, Queen and King of Pentacles. That, and look at that, they're showing me justice. That's the duality, Aquarius. That's the duality. That's the becoming of who you are. You're becoming something. Um, Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, you have those placements somewhere in your birth chart. And that's what I'm talking about. You're becoming more disciplined. You're getting your life in order and you're building structure in your life. The Lovers in the Death this here, the Lovers in reverse though. It's like this, that's the irreconcilable. The final breakup, divorce. You're letting go of something. It's final. Final. The finality is here. Oh, I'm hearing old souls becoming unrecognizable. So old souls becoming unrecognizable. That's very deep because old souls becoming unrecognizable. You don't resonate with it anymore. You're something about you is starting to look different. Maybe you're changing something about yourself. Maybe you're changing something about your clothing style, your wardrobe, your hair. Maybe you are something about, maybe it's something about you. And it's like you're going to recognize the old souls, but it's like being on a different level, being on a different playing field. Like you're up, you're leveling up, you're up here, you're not down here anymore. So yeah. The Lovers in reverse, you're not down here anymore. What's going on? You're not in that low frequency, that low vibration anymore. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? What I tell you, you're prancing on your high horse. You're prancing on your high horse. You will win, Aquarius. You will be successful. You will triumph over. You will overcome. Or how about I am? Right? We know that talks about that in the Bible. I am. I believe that is Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I believe Isaiah. If not Isaiah, where the Lord talks about, let me think about the passage because that's becoming very significant. I am, where he talks about they threw stones at him and he went to go hide himself and he went out through another way and he went out through another way of the temple where they could not see him. So you're being rerouted. You're going to have to go another way because they can't see you. I am. Only certain people was meant to see you prance on your high horse, because if not, they're going to throw sticks and stones at your way. They're gonna try to demolish you, destroy you, because again, that's that envious gluttiness, that grief, that guilt, that guilty conscience, right? This is people you left behind, Aquarius, because you've healed that wounded Chiron. You've healed that wounded healer. If y'all all know my old name on my channel before I changed it to Eye of the Seer, I was Wounded Healer of Tarot. That was my name, Wounded Healer of Tarot. But as I started to progress and work on myself, and I had my name for Wounded Healer of Tarot, I had that name for 4 years. I've been on this channel for 4 years now. So May will be 5 years. Hmm. I started this channel in 2021 of May. So May will be 5 years for me. Very significant pregnancy between April and May. Maybe you're celebrating a 5 year anniversary, maybe for some of you, or maybe there's going to be an anniversary coming up for you. Somebody's Jupiter could be in Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. Somebody's Jupiter could be in Cancer. I am present. So I am becoming. I am overcoming. I am triumphing. I am winning. Right? That kind of energy. That's the I am energy that I'm picking up on with this Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. That's good luck. You got good luck coming your way. Maybe you got Irish in your DNA. Four leaf clovers could be significant, right? That good luck charm. Yeah, this is a good time. You're coming into some sort of fortune, Aquarius. You're coming into some sort of good luck. Yep, affirmations. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, show me this Three of Swords for my Aquas. Show me this Three of Swords for my Aquas. Baby, you come from the Tower with the hurt, the pain, right? To the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is your energy, Aquarius. Standing on business. Look at you. You come from being in this hurt to being on your throne. You come from being in this hurt to being on your throne. You're coming into some sort of power, a powerful transformation. And again, that level up, that frequency is changing, your vibration is changing. They're going to have to come to you because you know your worth, you know your values, and they're going to have to come correct. Because if you know anything about the King of Swords, period, they don't play. You know, King of Swords, when you think about King of Swords, you think about someone who is, I'm hearing the word totality, but you think about a judge, right? A judge, a lawyer, an attorney, someone who knows the law, right? The court of the room, right? The law, right? They might call right back, I guarantee you. You're coming into some sort of greater understanding, Aquarius. That's what's happening with you. The King of Swords, truth. You're awakening. You're going to be speaking your truth. You are a living testimony, a walking testimony. I also feel like people will come to you for sound advice, for wisdom, because you've learned something. You're mastering something. You're here to like be the embodiment to help others out of this now because you've overcame this. So now you can help others heal from this because this is where you are now. But you've been here before. So you know how it is. You can help others come from that. Come out of that. You're healing. That's you coming. So what this message is that you are coming into your purpose. Your heart chakra, love has arrived. Opening. That's the open gate. Your heart is the open gate. Aligned with life path. Okay, very interesting. Let's get some advice, Aquarius. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been on here longer than I expected. Thank you. I'm actually getting them done today. Thank you. I appreciate it. How you doing, Amanda? Welcome in. All right, 7 people in the chat room, 7 likes. We got the time now as 11:56 a.m. Again, 11:11. You can be seeing it many different ways, Aquarius. All in all, 56 breaks down to the number 5, 6. 5 plus 6 breaks down to 11. 11:56, 11:11. Okay? So a lot of ones in your reading. You could be seeing a lot of ones. A lot of ones. You could be seeing the angel number 11. Again, 111, 1111. Okay? Something about ones and something about fives, Aquarius. That 5 of swords was at the bottom of the deck. Oh, they show me the star. These two flipped over, the 6 of pentacles and the ace of cups. So you're knowing who to give to and who not to give to. You know who you're knowing who gonna drain you of your energy and who's not gonna drain you of your energy because you're gonna use discernment. But the star is here with that 5 of swords. Um, yeah, people are. I'm telling you, people are going to come to you because it's going to be like, how did you make it out of this situation that you never thought you can overcome, that you never thought that you can make it out of? The 5 of swords, that's the conflict, the drama, the jealousy, the envy, right? That's selfish energy, one-upping energy. That's greed, right? That's all that kind of energy. Somebody always thinking that competition, this is all these kind of things, right? They're going to want to know, how did you overcome this, and can you give me sound advice? Can you give me some wisdom? Can you give me? And it's like you're going to be sharing this information on how to do this, how to break free from people pleasing, how to break free from people that only want to take from you. You're going to be, it's something about you that you're going to be offering some sort of service here, is the energy that I'm getting, Aquarius. You're going to be offering something, your service to something. Holy Spirit, advice for my aquas. Advice for my aquas. First card out, Buddhist. Yep. Oh, so Buddhism could be very significant. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I was talking about peace and calmness. That's what this new beginning is going to be. So some of you are practicing this right now, like again, meditation, Zen, serenity, right? Finding that temple, that sacredness within yourself right now. That's what you're doing. And that's your advice, to keep doing that. And if you're not doing it, your advice is to bring it into your incorporate it in your life. That is your advice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe even okay, Aquarius. Archangel Michael was here. Yeah. Archangel Michael is here. Did someone call 911? Y'all know anytime I have a specific card with that policeman, he comes swooping in like, did someone call 911? You could be seeing that angel number. You could be hearing a lot of police sirens. You could be saying, yeah, 911, 119, 901, 109, 999, 111. You could be seeing those angel numbers, Aquarius. Sound advice for my aquas. Yeah, and anybody that wants to disrupt your peace, spirit is blocking it. You're protected. Spirit is blocking it. Advice for my aquas. Spirit is blocking it. Yep, 911. Saint is in reverse. It says holiness, virtue, devotion, and miracle. Anybody that wants to disrupt your peace. Saint is in reverse. So these are sinners, so to speak. I gotta wrap this up, y'all. I've been on here way too long. Let me get some advice. Okay. I gotta get back to work. Okay. These are sinners. One more from this deck, Holy Spirit. Advice for my aquas. Yeah, the freaks come out at night. Werewolf. I told you these are sinners. You're going to have to recognize the real from the fake, Aquarius. Period. You're going to have to recognize the real from the fake. Because one, you got the light and you got the dark. Okay? That's what that message is. Your sound advice is to use your discernment. Give me one more for my aquas from this deck. Give me one more. Yeah, you're going to have some sort of incoming message, Aquarius. In the text message, a phone call, an email. Okay? That's what your advice is, to continue to keep breaking free. Your advice is to keep going within. Do that soul searching, that inner connection within yourself. Keep connecting with yourself. Don't lose connection with yourself, is the message. Do not lose connection from yourself. Aquarius, don't get chained. Don't go back to what broke you. Don't go back to what kept you captive, that kept you stuck, that kept you oppressed, that kept you depressed, that kept you chained, that kept you broken. That kept you in struggles, that kept you in fear. You need to stay connected to yourself, Aquarius. That's just what it is. Let's get one more message to close it out. That's the message, Aquarius. Holy Spirit, last and final message for my aquas. Expect a phone call, Aquarius. I feel like somebody's going to be calling. It doesn't have to be an actual physical call. It's just something. It's like something about a call. It could be signs, symbols, synchronicities, omens, messages. Okay? And final message as we close Aquarius reading, Holy Spirit. Final message as we close Aquarius reading. Final message as we close Aquarius reading, Holy Spirit. Final message for my aquas. All right, last and final message. Bottom of the deck is Wounded Healer. The wound is the place where light enters you. That's the duality right there, Aquarius. We bring the message back full circle. That is the duality. Okay? The wounded healer. That is how you master, by healing your Chiron, by healing the wound. And that's where the light enters. Butterflies are very significant for your reading as well. We got authentic self. That's who you're becoming, Aquarius. The peacock, where you're spreading your wings. You're becoming brave and fearless and courageous and strong and powerful. Be yourself. Everyone else is taking. So this is about you coming home to your true authentic self, Aquarius. Can't nobody do you better than you. Can't nobody do you better than you. And last message is ride the storm. Let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit. Okay? Ride the storm. Purge, purify, and refine. So this is about the ebb and flow, Aquarius. It ain't going to be a smooth sailing. Your life is not a smooth sailing. Never has been. I ain't going to say that it never will be. Because life has a funny way. And it can always change and it can always turn. But at the end of the day, your final message is to ride the storm, whatever that may be in your life right now, Aquarius. Because soon, a new arrival will be here. If you've gotten anything from this message and you've resonated, I truly do appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the message, subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already. I truly do appreciate it. Share the message. That is one of the ways that it helps the algorithm. And if you are new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. All right, my beautiful souls. Until next time, as always, love and light. Take care. You're more than welcome. Bye.